Hey guys, Engineer Wannabe here. I hope you're doing well, and I hope this video is finding you well. I just wanted to do a video taking a look at this King Seiko. I figured I wanted to do a first impressions on this guy. The pictures of this watch do not do it justice. And if you're curious about purchasing or picking up this watch, I think you need to take a look at this. But before we get started, I'm going to do a wristwatch check. I am wearing the SPB285 Steelmaster on an Artem sailcloth strap. Guys, I want to say this at the beginning of the video, so I'm cutting this part in, even though I'm filming it after what I just filmed. But I want you to know that you are infinitely valuable. So if you don't make it to the end of the video, at least you hear that. We're going to be talking about this King Seiko. This is the SPB285, and it's the brown dial King Seiko reinterpretation. I'm going to compare it to one of my Grand Seikos here. I think this is the best one that I currently have that I can compare it to. And we're going to take a look at the packaging too. So it's kind of like an unboxing, but not really. But let's go ahead and get started. This watch comes in an interesting box. It's not really a box even. It is a watch roll, I guess. Not really, not even a watch roll, but there's some sort of case. Very interesting, very nice. I don't think I'd ever use it personally, but yeah, you got a spot for your paperwork here. This has a spot for a strap, extra strap, and then of course a little slip to go between the watch and the bracelet so that you don't scratch up the case back. Apologies if you hear the little baby in the background. But yeah, anyway, really interesting box. Very different from what you get from Seiko usually. But that's not why we're here. We're going to take a look at the watch itself. I'm sorry if that didn't look too good there. But yeah, let's take a look at this watch. This watch is incredible when it comes to the finishing. I was really pleasantly surprised here. So there is the SPSJE083, if I'm not mistaken on that reference number. That was the Grand Seiko reissue, or say the King Seiko reissue. King Seiko 44KS, KSK, whatever they call it. This is the reinterpretation. So this is a 37mm case size. I'm not going to do the measurements just yet. I'll save that for the review. But around, yeah, I'm not even going to try to do the measurements. But what I really want to talk about is the finishing on this case. Now, if you can see this bezel here, it has a polished cone, but it's not just a cone that's polished. There's also a brushed cylindrical portion. So it's a very complicated bezel, beautifully domed sapphire crystal, incredibly clear sapphire crystal as well. They've got the sunray finishing on this brown dial, which is very beautiful. I'm going to zoom in a bit here. Take a look at this. You got the file, like, or the serrated. I'm not really sure how to describe that. It looks like a nail file, or just a file of sorts. On the 12 o'clock index, all the other indices have facets, much like Grand Seiko, watches. And I just want to showcase just this incredible finishing. This is black polishing right here. So I'm sure this is mechanically completed, mechanically done, but this rivals Grand Seiko finishing. The fact that this one has alternating brushed and polished sections, which the SJE model did not have, I think really shows off the incredible quality of this polishing. Not that polishing was any slouch. It was an incredible watch, but the fact that we can see here, it's just a bit more complicated, and it's way more to see. So if you can see that bezel, just that the edge of that bezel is brushed, and then the conical part is polished, the top is polished. It's a very complicated, complex bezel. This evokes the 44GS case almost. And take a look at this bracelet. Seiko actually did a really good bracelet. And it does have a butterfly deployant, which not a lot of people like, but I don't mind at all. A little bit of flex here, which I think adds to the comfort, but no gap. It meets very nicely, very good or decent tolerances. And if you take a look at these intermediate links here, the edge or the inner part of this link, these links are polished. So it makes for a really nice light play. And all this adds up to really incredible. I mean, you got the beveled sides as well. Really incredible end user experience. Really incredible experience at the end. And a lot of people say that this is overpriced. And at first blush, it does seem overpriced because you have that 6R31 movement, the 6R grade movement. I mean, I should put this on my wrist so you guys can take a look here. It wears really well on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. It just sinks in. It's just what Seiko does to make a watch that sounds poor on paper wear even better. 12.1 doesn't sound poor, but it wears even better than it sounds. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the Grand Seiko here now. This is the SPGH271, the Grand Seiko Seasons Summer Edition. Very nice 62 GS case. I wish I had a 44 GS in my collection right now, but I don't, so I can't really show what I was really thinking about, but this I think comes close. The 62 GS case has got a lot of facets too. But if you take a look at the black polishing, let me see if I can get this without bumping these watches together. I'm gonna put my finger there, but okay. This is, pardon the smudge as well, but this is the King Seiko. This is the Grand Seiko. And the polishing is a very close black polishing. You can see that this is a black polishing. It's a mirror finish, just a polishing execution. And you have the brushed surface to really show it off. And I'm really impressed. I can't believe how much I want to wear this. Over even some of my Grand Seikos, which is, I know I sound like a real jerk there, but I mean that in the best way possible. Yeah, really impressed with this King Seiko. And guys, stay tuned for the review. I'm looking forward to reviewing this. I know I have a backlog of reviews that I need to get through, so it'll be some time before I get to this one, but I wanted to get this out there and chat a bit about how incredible how incredible this King Seiko is, and it's worth every penny. Absolutely, no doubt about it. So I'm really impressed with it. Just so you guys know, the accuracy on this guy, I've had some really bad experiences with the 6R movement. I've had a really good experience with this one. This one's only running around 1 second per day fast, so I'm excited about that as well. But I'm kind of over the whole accuracy thing anyway, but this just so happened to be accurate as well. But take a look at that light play, which isn't the point it's not what I enjoy about it, but it does dazzle you. And I have yet to try this out in the strap, but I bet I'm gonna really like it. So anyway, guys, I hope you are doing really well. Hope you're having a great weekend if it is your weekend. And I want you to know that you are infinitely valuable. I hope you know that. There's no replacing you. You are infinitely precious. Take care, everyone. Stay safe out there, and I'll chat with you soon. Bye.